You dropped your daughter off at dance class. You kissed and waved her goodbye, telling her you'd see her at dinner, and even promised that if she was well behaved in class, you were going to prepare her favorite dish. But few hours later, you got a call and she's gone. Well, I know this is like an imagination, but then on the 29th of July 2024, this was the reality of some parents in Southport, UK. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Deadly Serenades. Today we'll be looking at the case of Axel a teenager who unalived 3 girls and left many injured. Recently, there was reports of riots in some parts of UK, and this was all because of one person, Axel. Yes, it was all because of him. Who is Axel? Axel was born on the 7th of August 2006 in Cardiff, Wales, to Rwandan parents Alphonse and Letitia Rudakubana. In 2013, the family decided it was time for a change, so they moved to Banks, Lancashire. Trust me, I am going to be murdering some names. I'm going to be butchering some names, so please, I'm sorry in advance. Okay, so people who knew this family said they were good people. They thought that Axel was a lovely, quiet kid. At a point, Axel was even featured in Children in Need fundraising video back in 2018. At that time, it was also on the books of Ology Kids casting based in Omsker. Sorry, I am going to be butchering some town names. I am sorry. Okay, so let's just get into who Axel is. Axel was known to be a quiet kid who enjoyed his own company. He loves his own company. He was always in isolation. But people who knew Axel said in months leading up to the attack of 29th of July, he was awfully quiet than usual. He became very much more isolated than usual. More like he just wanted to be on his own. He didn't want to relate with anybody. They thought it was him just being him, or it was just a phase that would pass, so they didn't like pay much attention to it. But that was like very, very far from the truth. On the 29th of July 2024, Axel unalived 3 girls at the Taylor Swift themed dance class on Art Street in Southport, UK. What happened? Nobody knows why he did this, but he unalived 3 girls, namely Alice Da Silva, who was 9 years old at that time, Elise Takom, who was just 7, and Bebe King, who was just 6. And he didn't stop at that. He also left 10 people, including 8 other children, critically injured. This attack was so gruesome and so bad that it left the whole community of Southport and the better part of the England in a very, very disturbed state, and they were also left with so many questions, especially why did he do this. They were left with that particular question. And since his arrest, the investigators and the authorities have been trying to dig into Axel's background. They've been trying to dig into his life, his mental state, just to see if they can find some answers. But the only thing they found out was the fact that he was diagnosed, like he has been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder before, and I think this actually contributed to his reclusiveness and his very, very odd behavior, because people who knew Axel said he likes to be in isolation. He doesn't relate with other kids like that. But still, this doesn't answer the question why. What triggered him to do this? When he was arrested, his identity was initially kept confidential under the UK law section 45 of the Youth Justice and Criminal Evidence Act 1999. But when what Judge Andrew Menery dubbed idiotic rioting broke out in many towns across UK after the attack, which was actually driven by the misinformation that the perpetrator was a Muslim, which led to mosques getting attacked and people getting into clashes with police, and that's got so many people arrested and then so many people injured. And he decided that it was in the best interest of the public for him to just reveal his identity, so the whole rioting can just stop. On the 1st of August 2024, Axel made his first court appearance at the Liverpool Crown Court, where he was charged with 3 counts of murder and 10 counts of attempted murder. And according to reports, no pictures were taken at the court that day, so you are going to only get the sketch. So according to the report, when he arrived at the court, he seemed very distressed, and he covered his face with his grey tracksuit, according to in this picture you're seeing, and he refused to take part in the proceedings. He did not say anything. He was just seated. He didn't say anything. After the hearing, which lasted for 55 minutes, Judge Andrews told Axel, quote, "You are remanded to youth detention accommodations until these proceedings have been completed. That position might change when you have achieved your age of majority in a short while," unquote. Remember I said he was born on the 7th of August in 2006, and he committed his acts on the 29th of July 2024, and his first court appearance was on the 1st of August 2024, meaning it was just few days until he became 18. That was the legal age for him to be tried as an adult, so I think they had to wait. Well, after the proceeding, report says his next court hearing has been scheduled for October the 25th, 2024 at the same Liverpool Crown Court, where he is expected to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty. And also a provisional trial date has been set for the 20th of January 2025, and this trial is expected to last for 6 weeks. And I hope by the end of that trial he gets what he deserves. I'm not judging. I'm not going to be the judge or the executioner here, but I hope he gets what he deserves, because the parents of this victim, they deserve the closure. They deserve justice, because 3 young girls were unalived for nothing. Well, my thoughts and my prayers are with the families of the victims, especially the Dalsiva, the King, and the Starcombe family. I hope they have the fortitude to bear this loss, and I hope at the end of the trial they get the justice they deserve, and I hope the perpetrator gets what he deserved too. Well, thank you for joining me on today's episode of Deadly Serenades. We'll see you again on the next episode, but until then, stay safe, and please take care of your mental health. Make it a top priority to take care of your mental health. This is an opportunity for me to say thank you to my subscribers, to my followers, to my viewers. I love you guys.